Good morning, fifth grade. It's 9:35 on Thursday, and we're getting more acclimated to using our online learning system. So I hope that things have been going pretty well for you. Thank you for your patience. We've all been working hard to try and get things moving. You have a grammar assignment that was due for this morning at 8 o'clock. A few of you have still not turned them into the LMS, so I'm not going to turn it off right away this week because it was due at 8, but I'm going to extend it for you a little bit longer so that you have some time to get more familiar and make sure that you're reading the sections and following through with what the assignments are. Each assignment has an assigned date and a due date, so please um, look underneath the units on the right-hand side of our LMS page, and you'll be able to find what your assignments are and what units they're in, when they're due, and basically their point value. Um, Today, we're going to talk about your grammar lesson, which is on page 82. It is due tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the LMS, and it's about verb phrases. So if you have a chance to take a look at your book, when you open up this video, I'm going to go through with you a little bit about verb phrases. Obviously, a verb phrase has a main verb, and then to make it a verb phrase, we use a helping verb. So on your page 82, it gives you a list of common helping verbs that are at the bottom. It lists them as am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, has, have, had, do, does, did, may, can, might, could, must, should, would, and will. And those are all common helping verbs that we will use with a main verb to make a verb phrase. So as it tells you at the top of your page, a verb phrase is a group of words that does the work of a single verb. So they work together and they act as one verb. For instance, I am recording a video. Am recording is our verb phrase. Am is a helping verb, and recording is the main verb, the action verb, if you will. In your examples, you have a one-word verb. For example, manufacturers use cacao beans for chocolate. Use is the main verb. But if you look over to a verb phrase, now we've included a helping verb, and our example is manufacturers have used cacao beans for chocolate for hundreds of years. So have used is now a verb phrase that's acting as the verb itself in the sentence. As you read through the rest of the information on the page, you'll be able to realize how we use even more so these helping verbs to make our verb phrases. At the very bottom, it says, can you identify the verb phrase in each of these sentences? Cacao beans were used as money by early Americans. Cacao beans were used. Were used is our verb phrase. Were is the helping verb and used is the main verb. Together, they make the verb phrase. You can see cacao trees at most botanical gardens. Can see is our verb phrase. The helping verb is can, and see is the main verb. So this is an introduction to our lesson on helping verbs. Your assignment for this lesson is exercise 2 only on page number 83. And it asks for you to identify the main verb and the helping verb in each sentence. So all you have to do is write the verb phrase. And here's a little helping hint for you. When you have a question, oftentimes the question is the verb phrase is interrupted by the subject. So if you look at the first sentence, have you ever read anything about the cacao tree? You have the actual verb phrase interrupted by the subject you. So our verb phrases have read. Even though they're separated from one another, the verb phrase is have read. You can actually turn that sentence around and instead of a question, make it a statement, and then that will make it a little bit easier for you. And it might say something like, you have read anything about the cacao tree. And in that case, then you have read right next to each other. So all you need to do for this lesson is write the helping verb and then the main verb. So exercise 2 only. And then sentence 1, your answer would be have read because it asks for you to indicate the helping verb and the main verb. Please write your answers to this assignment right on the LMS under the assignment area. Don't submit it as a doc because then it can't be manipulated as easily as it could be for me when you go into the LMS and just write your answer right there. I'm trying to make your grammar assignments easier for you and short and sweet, but yet still getting through the material. The next thing I want to do is talk to you about your paper that you're writing about your famous patriot. You have each of your body paragraphs assembled, and next week, Friday, in the morning, I'm going to ask that you submit to me the draft of your paper. Now, that means you still need to have an introduction paragraph, like we've talked about, and you need to have a concluding paragraph. Make sure that in the introduction, as you've been planning this, that you write it in a way that introduces your character to us, but makes it interesting and exciting for the reader. You might start with a question. Have you ever known anyone to particularly do something like this? Or what would it be like to be the first president of the United States? Get someone's attention. Or did you know that George Washington, etc., etc.? A fun fact about him might be actually that probably would be more so in the body, but you could use something that's not in the body that's a fun fact that could go into the introduction. So you want to grab the reader's attention with your introduction. Make sure that you're expressing some really neat information in the introduction, but don't give away what's in the body. That's why we have separate body paragraphs. I hope that you're doing well and that you're getting used to using our LMS system. We all are. But I really do miss all of you. I miss our time together and the fun that we have had as we learn together. Feel free to email me with different questions. I'll do my best to get your answers as quickly as possible. But the biggest thing right now to help things go smoothly is that you um, put your assignments right on the assignment page in the LMS. Go to the right-hand side of the LMS page and look at all of the units. You have 2 of them, and I want you to put your assignments in there. So take care, and I will hopefully be in a video message to you tomorrow. Love you all. God's blessings.